Hey, it's Frank with 4D Honeybee, and I am here to inspect this hive. This hive is, I installed it from a 4-frame nuke just about a month ago. So what I'm expecting and hoping to see from this hive is some good brood and good production by the queen. Still probably too early to start thinking about adding a second box to it. But hopefully that's a couple of weeks away if they still are going strong. So there was good activity at the front of the hive. It's July 14th. It's been a stunner couple of weeks of just fantastic, hot, sunny weather. So the bees should be happy. They should be working. And this hive was doing really well. Last checked it a couple of weeks ago. And I'm going to try and find the queen, but I'm not really intent on finding her. More importantly, I want to make sure that she's producing, and that should be obvious enough to see. So join me at 4D Honeybee. Okay, so this hive so far has been very docile and very easy to work with. So I've got the smoker going. I will smoke them a little bit, but I won't go crazy on it. You can hear how that gets them going. But hopefully what it does is get them going as far as worrying about, saving their own honey and not worrying so much about what this big white intruder is doing to them. Okay, so look for the bee right on the lid. Not a huge number of bees so far. You really like to see them bubbling right out of that lid as soon as you open it up. Just looking for the queen on here. I don't see her. Now last time I looked at this hive, I found a bee completely sliced in two. It only had one wing, and it was just half a body of a bee. It was very much alive and not showing any signs of its disabilities. Still don't know if that was a birth defect, so I will keep my eyes open for birth defects in this hive. Does that bee have two wings? Yeah, it does. Okay, so let's smoke them up a little bit and get this inspection going. Alright, so again, first view of them, and there's not as many bees as I would like. Like, I can see that there are bees across, roughly 7 or 8 frames, but it's not thick with bees. You know what? I've got to check this lid first, make sure the queen isn't on this lid. It's funny, I always say that I'm not very good at spotting the queen, and it's the truth, I'm not. I try to be truthful as I can be with these videos. But on my previous inspection on a hive that I thought was queenless, I found the queen. So let's just give it an honest effort here. See what happens. Go on, bees. Make space for me, buddy. Thank you. Again, this first frame is always the tightest one to pull out, so I just try and pull it out really slow. There is definitely bee on bee contact and probably a little bit of, frame on bee contact, but not much. Okay, so this is a honey frame that still really isn't filled out. Let's see what they got going on the other side here. Yeah, there's a decent amount of honey there. Looking for the queen on these frames. Again, not likely that she's on a honey frame like this one, but you never know. I have said that and then found the bee right away on the frame that I said she wasn't supposed to be on. I like these hangers. There's a million different gadgets that you can get for your bees and your beekeeping and hives, and you could spend a ton of money on them. But that little, let's see the GoPro there, that little metal hanger I find very handy. It's just an easy way to get the frames out of the way and still close to the hive, right? Keeping them off the ground, and you're keeping them in a safe spot. Okay, what do we got here? Wow. This is a very heavy honey frame. Just looking for the queen on this frame, and then moving it on. Now I'm beekeeping in shorts and no gloves just because it's stinking hot. But what's suffering right now is my feet. And not because of the bees, my feet are getting attacked by fire ants. You see them there? Right down there. I guess I should wear proper footwear or socks. But I didn't, so I'll have to suffer and not complain about it. I find when the hives are healthy, the ants are not at all a factor in the hive. If the hives are not healthy, then they can be a problem. Ants can be a problem. Okay, so the third honey frame now. Now I would expect to start seeing possibly one more honey frame because I put 3 in, but really we should start to see brood on this next frame. More room for the queen to lay. Right, on this one, I don't think we're needing that yet. Let's have a look for the queen here. No. And no sign of brood yet on that frame. That frame could have had brood. It's definitely a frame that I put in that was empty. Now this frame, when I installed it, was brood. This is one of the frames from the nuke. It was a 4-frame nuke. And I can't remember which 4 they were. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, and that was the 4th. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, another frame where I'd really like to see brood and or laying happening. Here, have a look. Okay, we'll keep looking. Still not seeing a queen. I'm still not seeing as much sign as I would have liked. Another frame just absolutely full of nectar. How about on this side? On this side, let's see what we got here. This would be a prime frame for the queen to be on. Looks like there's a bit of a queen cell happening here that they're tending to. Not too worried about that at this point. I'll check that out next week. See how it just shimmers with nectar? Okay. Really would like to see some brood in this hive. There's 0 brood happening, and that's not good. Another frame that would be perfect for egg laying, but I don't see nothing. Well, hang on, let's take a closer look here. Again, another frame just full of nectar, where you really would like to see some brood. This next frame I'm going to have a quick look at, but I can see that the next 3 frames are just full of honey. Well, whatever this frame is, it's heavy. Okay. So 2 weeks ago, this frame was brood. Right, the brood is hatched out and they're backfilling it with nectar. I mean, filling it full of nectar. This side, it's pretty much the same. Pretty much just being filled with nectar. Okay, looking at the other frame and it's the same. It's all honey. So, disappointed because I didn't see any signs of a queen. It's so funny. This is the hive. This is a hive where I know there was a queen, and she was just bursting with brood 2 weeks ago. And now there's no brood and I didn't see a queen. So I'm not going to panic about it. I'm going to put it back together. I'm going to let them do their thing for, another week and see what's going on. Both my hives are kind of doing funky things on me, so I'm just going to watch them and see what they do. So I'll put this hive back together and post these videos, and then I will just do another video 1 week out and see what's going on, okay? Not anywhere near panic mode yet, but strange thing. Not what I expect to see in these hives, and that's unfortunate. So we'll just see how they keep going, and thanks for joining me at 4D Honeybee.